Instructional designers collaborate with AI? And the short answer to that is yes, yes, yes. If you don't collaborate with AI, you're quickly going to find yourself becoming irrelevant within our field. Stay tuned to discover why partnering with AI is your superpower to stay ahead of the curve within our field. And I'll be sharing with you my team's 4 favorite methods, their 4 favorite strategies to include or integrate AI into our daily operations so we can become more productive and creative at the same time. And keep in mind, as we go through the 4 strategies that my team likes to use to integrate AI, it's not about the specific tool. We have to zoom out a little bit and look at the AI technology, why it's being used in that particular reason, and then find the best tool for it. So these are the 4 ways that my team likes to integrate AI, and those tools can change. So I don't want to be specific about a tool like using Microsoft Copilot, Gemini, whatever it may be, ChatGPT 4, or any other, because it's about what fits the team the best. So the team should make that decision and really drive the technology that's used. And for them to do that, they have to have a good understanding of AI technology, and how to integrate it within the team. So let's start off with my team's 4 favorite methods for integrating AI so they can perform better and actually be more productive and creative at the same time. So the first method, the first strategy that my team utilizes AI for is to remain caught up after they've been on vacation. So hopefully you're able to take vacations wherever you're working and take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever you can. Take as much vacation as you can, because that's great for mental health, right? But when you come back, oh man, you got a lot to catch up on. Well, utilize AI for that. My team records all meetings, all team meetings that we're together on. And with that recording, we also get a transcript. So we have a recording, we have a transcript. So that's one piece of AI technology. Now we could stop there and you could just go and listen to or watch the recording, read the transcript, whatever's best. But what my team likes to do is they take their favorite GPT, they put the transcript in it and say, hey, summarize this with the important points that are stated. And guess what? They get a quick summary and they're caught up. If they have questions, they can reach out to other people within Slack. And we also use AI within our Slack channel to do recaps, things like that, to summarize the weeks and hit all of the important points. So everything is there. So now, instead of being overwhelmed when you come back from vacation, because you're coming back from vacation, you got to kind of ease into it a little bit. Well, you can ease into it with AI, and it's going to give you updates. It's going to define the important concepts that were talked about, and then you can reach out to the people that were in those conversations and get even more detail and be a little bit up to speed as you have those conversations. Because remember, it's about keeping us looped in together as opposed to removing and giving our work to something else. Now, the second favorite way that my team likes to use AI, to integrate AI into everything we do, is ever-present brainstorming. It's really important to use AI as part of your brainstorming because it has a different perspective than you or I do. Believe it or not, AI has its perspective. So you have to pick your favorite GPT. The generative pre-trained transformer is the one that works best for the brainstorming operations, and there's multiple ways you can do it. If you're an army of one, so to speak, and you're the only ID on the job working with the SME, you can then utilize it one-on-one, giving it prompts and getting feedback from it. And the important thing is that you understand that the GPT is not meant to give you the right context and the right answer right up front. It's about a back and forth. So you may have heard in the beginnings of when AI first came out big to all of it. It's been out for a long time, since the 1960s. It's been out for a long time. But in November 2022, it came out so it's usable by all of us, by just about anybody that has access to the internet. So it's important to note that you utilize a tool that makes sense for you and you turn it into a conversation back and forth. Because when it first came out, it was all about prompt engineering, writing the right prompts, and those are still important. But what's even more important is that back and forth discussion with the GPT to get the right context, get the right elements, and to get the right brainstorming happening. Now, what's kind of cool is that, let's say you have a team. So you're with a team, several other people with you. You can connect your favorite GPT to the large screen, wherever that may be. So if you're in a conference room, you can connect it via the teleconference software, microphones, whatever you happen to have there, and use voice to text and incorporate the GPT right in the conversation. You can have it responding to real-time questions from the team. So that's kind of cool to be able to do that. So write voice to text, and then its responses are coming up on the screen, and you can even have it speaking, so text to voice back at you. It just depends if you have that type of GPT that you're using, where it will do voice to text, text to voice, where a lot do. Now there are some that do not, but most do. And when we do this, we're really integrating AI into the process. So no longer is it like this bolt-on, this add-on thing. It's integrated into the process. Then as it gives its input, then we further manipulate the input and have discussions between ourselves and with the machine as well to come up with the best possible solutions and some amazing brainstorm outcomes. So that is a really simple way to utilize a GPT as an integrated method for brainstorming, rather than just that bolt-on, well, this is what ChatGPT said. You know, that really does, that's a who cares. The brilliance of the machine comes from the conversation and interaction with people. So let's interact with it and make it an integrated part of the brainstorm process. The third strategy that we like to use to integrate AI into our team is within assessment. So there's multiple ways to integrate AI into the assessment process. And that could be anything from creating, if you're writing written tests, to creating question pools. But more importantly, a GPT, doesn't have to be GPT, any GPT can write test questions. And the key for us is, are they aligned to the learning objective? So if you're using written questions, what's the question? Put a list of your objectives in there. Does this align to a single objective? And if you put your entire test there, it will show you how it aligns to each of the objectives. And you could see if you're simply measuring or testing one objective a whole lot more than another. So that is a super simple and very powerful way to make sure that your assessments are directly on target. And if you have a project, so you actually have to build something like drill a precision hole to, 1/1000th of an inch or whatever it may be, does the assessment that we're giving them, does the project align to these objectives? Here's the project, and here's our key anchoring behaviors, the drilling, selection of tools, all that. Do they align to the learning outcomes, the learning objectives that we have labeled? If it does, it will give us a list of where they are. And once again, we can see, are we over assessing one and under assessing another? So it's real easy to utilize AI, ChatGPT, and a GPT, not necessarily ChatGPT, a generative pre-trained transformer to do that work for us. And then we can have a conversation about it. Should we adjust anything? Are we in the right space? Where should we be? So that's one simple method for working with assessments, and it's very powerful. Data-informed insights is the fourth strategy that we're going to utilize today. My team loves to utilize this because, remember, we talked about AI having a specialized intelligence and we humans having a generalized intelligence. Well, we have a much greater span of knowledge, span of intelligence than AI does, a useful working knowledge. But AI can take a single thing and really drill deep into the topic. And that's why data-informed insights, if you're working with data, which we all should be at least, we can get just an incredible amount of information from data with using AI, and then bringing it aboard as a part of the team, where we all look at the data. And where we tend to use it is in end of course surveys. There's a ton of qualitative data or written data, and we want to get an emotional analysis, a sentiment analysis, so an emotion and sentiment analysis, see what that's telling us. We can also utilize machine learning to go out and parse the different parts and pieces of language and give us greater insight that we wouldn't even know that we needed prior to this. So it's very important to utilize AI from the perspective that they bring, because when we utilize that perspective, it brings the collective intelligence of our entire team up. We all have that friend that brings the collective intelligence down when we get together. We all have that one friend, and it's a great friend to have. When you get together with somebody and the collective intelligence goes down, that's a great friend to have. But in this case, AI is here to bring our collective intelligence up. So let's utilize it as such and really key in on the use of data and those data-informed insights that it can give us. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. So if you like this type of content, find it meaningful, find it useful, find it helpful, give us a like and subscribe, and leave a comment of what content you would like to see as well. And as a bonus for staying till the end, I added a list of our acronyms. So it's a document with not all, not even close to all, but with a lot of the acronyms. So as people talk about artificial intelligence, you have that list of acronyms. So you say, what are they talking about? Look, hopefully it'll be on the list. If it's not on the list, put it in the comments section so I can add it to that list, because we're going to keep updating as it goes. So remember, the use of AI is here for us to increase the collective intelligence of the team. We all have that friend when we get together. When I get together, I have a friend. When I get together with him, the collective intelligence between the two of us goes down instead of up. So AI is not here to do that. AI is here to lift us up and create a greater collective intelligence. So that's what we want to utilize it for. So I hope you enjoyed this.